Hello everybody, my name is Jake Wartooth. Today, I want to talk to you about a couple of things. I have recently stopped working on my major big project. It's more than a couple hours long at this point. I stopped working on it about 3 months ago, and I plan on continuing working on this project now. So that's neat. We'll see if I get it done anytime soon. I don't know. I want to talk to you about video games, right? I've spent a lot of time these past 3 months while I'm not making the Buffy video playing this video game called Elden Ring Night Rain. You may have heard of it. I've put too many hours into this game, frankly. A decent chunk of those hours are just the game sitting open idly, but probably the majority of the hours is me actively playing the game. Gotten pretty good at it. I've been enjoying that game. I recently tried to play some Elden Ring, the game from which Night Rain takes most of its content. It's a mostly single player experience, unlike Night Rain, which is a multiplayer experience. And it's so much slower and it feels so much clunkier. I don't know. It's difficult for me to return to. I mean, I still love the game. I still find it beautiful. It's just, I've been very into the thrill of Night Rain. Its fast-paced gameplay, sort of I don't know, all the aspects of the game I kind of enjoy. Except people quitting out. It's hard to communicate because there's no sort of chat at all if you're playing with random people. You can play with friends and talk in Discord, and runs can go smoother that way. They tend to, in my experience, but I'm more obsessed with this game than the people I play with are. So I mostly am playing by myself. So that's the video game I have been playing. I also played Undertale for the first time in my life after the release of Deltarune, the game that's made by the guy who made Undertale, that is suggested you play after playing Undertale. I downloaded the demo for Deltarune, which is an anagram of Undertale, but I haven't played the demo. The demo is chapters 1 and 2, while the game is chapters 1 through 4. I'm planning on playing Deltarune, but I played Undertale. I did the pacifist route. I didn't kill anybody. I didn't feel the urge to kill anybody, and then I got the true pacifist ending. I beat the game. You know what I didn't do? I didn't go back and kill everybody because I'm not a psycho and not a content farmer or whatever. I think I played the game the way the game wants you to play it. I think that's what I did. I did not get any of the mysterious Gaster lore fun events that a lot of the people are obsessed with. I know a lot about the Gaster lore, which leads me into the main point of this video I wanted to really talk about. Me watching videos about video games I don't play. For the longest time, for a couple years before now, I've been watching Undertale theories. I've seen a Let's Play of Undertale, so I knew generally what the story was. I knew you can play the game while killing everybody, and if you do that, you'll have to fight Sans, and it's a difficult fight. I've seen the Sans fight. I know what the music sounds like, right? I know these things. But I never played Undertale myself. I just watched videos about Gaster theories and stuff. There's one channel, I can't remember what it's called, but she's got a video about Gaster. She talks about Gaster blasters. She talks about all the Gaster stuff. It's kind of interesting. Then there's Sock Muppet. I like his channel. He talks Undertale videos, Undertale Gaster lore videos. Most people normally playing through Undertale will never see Gaster, so that's interesting. I didn't see Gaster. I didn't see any of the followers. I didn't get a phone call. Nothing special happened in my playthrough. It was just a normal pacifist true ending playthrough, and I liked it, and it was fun, and I didn't feel like going back and killing everyone just to hear the Sans fight music. I know what it's called. Didn't do it, but it was cool to play a game that I have been watching videos about for more than a year. In a similar vein is the series Five Nights at Freddy's.
If you give birth to Freddy Fazbear's, he comes out and he says, or.
These games have never looked good to me. almost all of them, I thought, this game doesn't look very good. I like the designs of the animatronics. I like them, but I don't like what the gameplay is. Also, I'll be the first to admit this. I'm a huge horror movie fan. I've seen a lot of horror movies. My major video project, I have a big scrolling list of every horror movie I've ever seen. I think it's like 121 movies. I've seen a lot of horror movies. I've seen most of the major franchises you could think of and all of their entries. Not Leprechaun, though, strangely enough. I've never seen a Leprechaun film. And I haven't seen a lot of the Child's Play series. I've seen Child's Play 2, and that's it. So that's weird. Big horror fan. Horror video games, on the other hand, I can't handle. When I'm placed in the position of the protagonist of a horror game, I'm terrified. Action horror's a different story, right? I can play a Left 4 Dead 2. That's fine. Most of the Resident Evil games I can play. Resident Evil 4 VR is a fantastic game that's unfortunately locked to the Facebook-owned Quest system. I don't like horror games, and I don't think the FNAF games are particularly scary. Most of their horrors, jump scare based, which we could all go on about how jump scares aren't scary or whatever. The one Five Nights at Freddy's game I thought looked good, and I have purchased multiple times actually for different systems, is FNAF Help Wanted. Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted. This is a VR game. You put on your VR headset and you're in the game, and it creates fairly accurate recreations of FNAF 1 through 4, fairly accurate VR recreations. So you get to be in the place of the protagonist of these games. And it is terrifying. It's genuinely, I think it's very stressful to play that game. Some of the mini games I have not gotten through because playing VR is terrifying. Anyway, my point of all this is to say, I've played one of the many FNAF games. I could count them out. I'll do that later, and I'll put a list of the games there are. I haven't played any of them. So why do I know everything about Five Nights at Freddy's? I don't think it's people call them special interests now. I don't think it's my special interest. It's just I put on the lore videos and I check them out, right? I'm going to be 27 years old and I'm still watching videos about Five Nights at Freddy's. I mean, this series came out when I was still a kid. I watch people's playthroughs. I used to watch Markiplier play them. Now I watch Astral Spiff play them. I can't tell you why I fell off Markiplier. Without sounding mean. I don't want to be mean to Markiplier. I could go on, but I'm not going to. So now I watch Astral Spiff make playthroughs of FNAF videos. But Astral Spiff doesn't really get into the lore, so I watch other people talk about lore. My current favorites are Dual Process Theory. That's a good channel. Like that one. Their first big video, We Solved FNAF and We're Not Kidding. I think that's what it's called. I think that's good. I like a lot of what they have to say. I think it's very interesting. I used to watch the Game Theories with Matthew Patrick, Matt Pat, as some may know him here on this internet. But he just kept breaking them up into parts. His whole theory would be about the timeline or whatever, and I don't really care about the timeline. Game Theory stopped watching a long time ago, and then bro retired. But I did watch Matt Pat on Game Theory Live react to Dual Process Theory's We Solve FNAF and We're Not Kidding video, and I found that very entertaining to see his reaction to what I think is pretty good theory crafting by this channel, Dual Process Theory. Connie and Corey, is that their names? I'm gonna feel bad if that's not their names and I just made up some names. Good channel. I like that one. Candy Bunny is another channel I like. Candy with an I. It's some good lore videos on there. I've checked out some rye toast videos. Those are all right. I've checked out some Gibby something. I can't remember. Gibby's wonderful channel. I don't remember. I'll throw his name up if I can remember it. GIBI for Gibby. I've watched 2 FNAF FUHNAFF videos. People call him John FNAF. I don't really like the way he speaks into the microphone, if that makes any sense. I'm just talking about his sort of, his YouTuber voice. I just don't like it. His theories are okay. I mean, I've only seen 2 videos, so I can't say for sure. I've watched some T-Dreads videos. I've been jumping all over between these different channels, checking out FNAF videos recently. I mean, sometimes I throw them on while I'm playing Elden Ring Night Rain, And then that game's pretty mentally involved, so I just sort of tune out the video I have on. But other videos I'm actively engaged in, like the dual process theory videos. Those are more actively engaging to me. So, spent a lot of time absorbing FNAF theory videos. For some reason, these games I don't think look good, probably will never play. I mean, Secret of the Mimic looks okay. I mean, I like a lot of the designs in that game, but yeah. And then also, like, Scott Cawthon donated to Trump's campaign or whatever. A lot of people were upset about that. So, do with that what you want. Take that info to the bank. Theorizing is fun, but, there's a lot about Five Nights at Freddy's I don't like. There's a lot of things about Five Nights at Freddy's I don't like. There's just too many animatronics. They make too many of them. Every game, there's a whole new set and extras. It's fun, but also confusing, needlessly confusing. And they get redesigned for reasons that in lore we can't really explain. I think it's because the creator isn't very great at recreating things. So any sort of difference in designs between one animatronic and the next can be interpreted as entirely different characters, if you want to call an animatronic a character. I don't know. They might be possessed by children. Some of them might be. Some of them are, their code is messed up, so they're just strange, sentient, evil robots. Some of them are designed to catch children. Like, their literal purpose for being created is capturing children. Some of the animatronics are designed to capture criminals. So, who knows? We don't know how many children actually died, for sure. It's at least 5, possibly 10, possibly dozens. We don't know. We don't know if William Afton had a wife, is divorced. We don't know these things. There's so much we don't know about Five Nights at Freddy's, because most of the stories are just hints of ideas of a story instead of actual narratives. That makes for good theory crafting, but it doesn't make for great video games, in my opinion. Theories are fun, right? It's fun to listen to people talk about things, to interpret what they see as evidence and come up with ideas. I think that kind of stuff is interesting, but I don't think Five Nights at Freddy's is solvable. There's lots of thumbnails by these theorist creators that say they solved a thing. I solved blank. I solved the Bite of 87. I solved Shadow Animatronics. I solved Balloon Boy. I solved Mangle. Gotcha, bitch! I solved Chica's beak. Half of those are probably real videos. I'm not kidding. And we're not kidding. And I don't think it's meant to be solved. I think it's meant to be thought about, and I think it's great publicity for you to make a game with so many loose threads that people go out there and make content talking about how these threads fit together, when I don't think it's been that thought through in the first place. Some stuff has. Some stuff's kind of neat, but, the Bite of 83, the Bite of 87, that's just FNAF. That's just the way it is. They call him Glitch Trap. He's not trapped. He's code. He's not in a spring lock suit. I don't necessarily consider him a glitch. He's more of like a virus, a computer virus. He's intentionally malicious. So malhair is a play on words for malware, and hair like tortoise in the hair. That kind of works. I don't love it, but it kind of works. I don't know. I'm over here complaining about what people call things. Call them whatever you want, really. I don't care. But I just think it's a bad name. I think Spring Bonnie's a bad name as well. I don't know. Balloon Boy? Where'd Balloon Boy go? There's mysteries from the first game we have no idea about. There's mysteries from the second game we have no idea about. There's loose threads all over the place, and it's ripe for theorizing. And it's kind of neat, and it's kind of annoying. William Afton, purple guy, but he's yellow. The guy everyone knows as purple guy. You made him yellow. His son also becomes purple. Another game I know way too much about, another series of games, is Fear and Hunger and its sequel, Fear and Hunger Termina. Fear and Hunger is a game I would never play. Does not look fun to me. Does not look like a game I would enjoy playing. I think the art style's pretty neat. I like a lot of the character drawings and the enemy designs. The gameplay seems grotesque and malicious, and I don't think I would enjoy interacting with it. But I do watch videos about it. So, most active of the people making videos I watch is channel Mythonix. He released a video only days ago about the Fear and Hunger Termina update, and it seems to be a pretty big, large scope style update, changing a lot of the features of the game, which is interesting. There's going to be new lore videos I'm excited for. I'm not going to buy the game or play it, but it's neat. It's getting updated. So Mythonix, I've watched a good amount of his videos. Then there's Worm Girl. Worm Girl's great. I found Worm Girl through her Fear and Hunger video, then her Fear and Hunger Termina video I watched, and I liked them both. Then she made a video about Lisa the Hopeful, Lisa the something. She made a couple of Lisa fan games she made videos about, and those were good. And then she made a video about Signalis, and that was great. That was a fantastic Signalis video. And she replied to one of my comments on that video, actually. Which is kind of neat. Maybe I can find it and put it on the screen for you here. I like Worm Girl's videos. And then it all started me even hearing about this game with Super Eye Patch Wolf. I always called him Sour Eye Patch Wolf in my head, but I'm pretty sure it's Super. I think he's an Irish guy. I was subscribed to him for a while, and then I unsubscribed to him. It's not a personal thing. If you're watching for some reason Super Eye Patch Wolf, don't take it personally. I unsubscribe from people sometimes. I still check out your videos every now and then. It's fine. I don't dislike you. Maybe he just talked about wrestling too much, and there's nothing I could be less interested in, and there's nothing I could do about that personally. He made a video about Fear and Hunger and the experience of playing it, and I was like, that seems interesting. I would not play it, though. Then I watched Worm Girl talk about it, and I was like, oh, wow, there's a lot of stuff going on in here, huh? And then I watched her talk about the second one. And now I watch Mythonix talk about it. So I know a lot about Fear and Hunger. I know a lot about the gods and the souls and the new gods and the old gods and the dinosaur people and a marriage and Pocket Cat. I know all sorts of things about Fear and Hunger, even though it's a game I'm not planning on ever playing. I watched the Elden Ring lore videos, Vati Vidya, Bonfire VN, Zuli the Witch, Qualag, Scum Mage Infa, Tarnished Archaeologist. All those guys, I've seen most of all of their videos. They're easy to put on. It had got to the point where like most of my recommendations were Elden Ring lore videos on YouTube. So yeah, that's sort of the video, I guess. Talked about some YouTubers that talk about games that I don't like, that I won't play. Shout out to those guys. Keep doing your thing. Keep making these videos. I'll be in the well, not typically in the comment section. Maybe you'll see me in some comment sections around the place, around this YouTube world. Sometimes I comment on things. Sometimes I don't. Just wanted to make a little video, talk about some YouTube stuff, talk about some video games, and let you all know that I'm resuming work on my big project, a Buffy the Vampire Slayer video, which will be better than any of the other Buffy the Vampire Slayer videos